This here is Backwoods Billy coming to the beautiful Delmarva Eastern Shore, doing the 5-beer challenge that I was tagged by a couple people, the last two being Craft Beer Pours and this guy's thoughts tagged me, and Ron's Beers also tagged me. That's 3, and I was tagged by a 4th time, and it escapes me who that is. Anyway, I definitely want to do it, so I'm going to do it now. Before I start, I'm going to click like, subscribe to Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews, and let me pop the top on a Genesee lager beer. This is like $12.99 a 30 pack, so it's been one of the ones that I drink a lot because it's economical. And by the way, I'm using a dollar store Coke glass. You can see it's clear, like an SRM3 2-finger head. Now let me say this. I drink all beers. So every style except for the bacon beer, and if it's a farmyard funk, they're like, I'm gonna lick a freaking sweaty horse, you know, a goat or a pig. That's not my idea of fun. I'm not gonna drink goat piss or goat poop. It's not gonna happen. So there are the sours that I don't like, where Brett goes wrong. I like sours. I tend to like lagers a lot, and I wrote down some things I know I'm gonna forget where I'm at and what to do on the lagers. I tend to drink Genesee a lot because it's economical, and I'm not Bill Gates or Donald Trump. So this is the thing that I drink the most. Miller High Life is another beer that I like and drink a lot. Pabst is another beer I drink a lot. Let me say something. I like Schaefer's. I also like Natty Boh, which is from Baltimore. It's a lager, a Czech-style Pilsner. It's the same price as Pabst. Pabst, you should make your off-branch cheaper than you. That makes no sense. But anyway, that's that on there. And then these are for the adjuncts. Bud Light Platinum, Miller Lite. I also drink Landshark Lager, which I like a lot. Then you go into the non, which is going to be things like Samuel Adams and Beck's. Probably Beck's more than that. And then locally, Evo's Delmarva Pilsner. I drink that. My favorite category is stouts and porters. I don't let that get in the way of the review. When you do a review, you should compare a stout to a stout, which is a dessert stout to a dessert stout, to an oyster stout to an oyster stout. All those types of different things should be that classification. I like Snow Pants by Union Craft Brewing. I love their stout. I drink it a lot. It's like $40 a case. It's a hoppy American style that she bounces. And then there's also like a dessert stout like Southern Tier Creme Brulee. I like that a lot. One of my favorites ones is probably Billionaire by Clown Shoes, and I'm just not going to pay $20 for a 12-ounce bottle. It's not going to happen. I've had it out for free at a tasting. I love it. I'm not paying $20 a bottle. I think it's ridiculous. I can make it. So if I can duplicate it, it's not worth $20 a bottle, and a lot cheaper.
What about Young's?
Oh well, that's one that if I have to say, you say my favorite beers, I'm putting down. I'm not to all my stout shows. What I drink the most. Young's Double Chocolate is my second favorite under Clown Shoes, and then Sire Noir. Now Young's Double Chocolate is made in England. It's a UK stout. Awesome. Sire Noir, I had it when it first came out. The first game was awesome by Heavy Seas. By the way, I'm kind of shocked because I see 1090 Brewing coming down the Eastern Shore, which is cool, man. Do some videos, man. You're right there by Heavy Seas. You guys should be on Heavy Seas door. Beer Connoisseur named them the 2017 Craft Brewing Company of the Year. That's not a small feat. That is enormous. I'd also like to give a shout out to my boy Patrick, who I know watches my videos from Relation Craft Brewing. Congratulations on your silver and your 2 bronze medals at the Great American Beer Festival this past year. That's awesome. Patrick has a lot of really good beers. I like his New England IPA called Coney and the Juice Man. I also like his Nitro beer, the Mama Juana Brown. I love the brown ale, his Nitro Brown. Also, he's got a Downtown Donut Brown, has actual donuts in it. That's one of my favorite beers. I wrote some of these things down so I know I forget otherwise. Oktoberfest beer, Samuel Adams, Paulner Original Oktoberfest, which is OX Brewing. Mexican lagers like Modelo, Australia Lesco. I would also say the Pacifico, which I hadn't in a while. I had it recently. I really love that. They're probably my favorite one now. Going on to the extra special bitters, Samuel Smith's, London Pride, and locally Evo and Heavy Seas. Heavy Seas being better than Evo in my opinion. This is about what I want. Look at there. IPAs. I'd have to say again, Revelation Craft Brewing Mother-in-Law IPA is the best IPA that I ever had, bar none. Then I'd have to say what I drink and like the most would be the 90 Minute by Dogfish Head. The Dogfish Head Flesh and Blood would be another IPA that I like. Lot 3 from Evo I like. Lot 6 Loose Cannon Double Cannon from Heavy Seas. I'd have to say, who else did I like? I said the Excalibur. I've got them in there. Let's see. The red would be Tall Tales Red and O'Hara's Irish Red and Killian's Reds. I love them. Oh yeah, Naked Fish by Duclaws. I love that. The Duclaws Blind, which is a Baltimore brewery. That'd be another look into in Key Brewing if I was you guys up there, because Duclaws has hired a new head brewer. They're ramping up and doing real well. I got the Heavy Seas, already said that on here. Oh yeah, the New England IPAs. I've got that. Also, Tall Tales had a couple of them. The problem I have with Tall Tales is they make them and then they discontinue them. I don't like these one-off beers that breweries do because it ticks me off. Because somebody like Patrick, who tankers and has got a big enough brewery for the crowd he has and is not selling more beer than he can make. And if I look at Finn City Brewing, I'd have to say the Banana Porter that he has. I love that. It's one of my favorite beers. The Crab Stout. I love that. It's got actual crab meat and everything else in it. The Amber Ale is awesome by them. The thing about Vince and Michelle is he could be a lot bigger and have grown his brewery a lot. He didn't do that. What he did was he laid off the brewing on what's the name of that library? This is the brewery's name after in the city. Peabody. So Peabody Brewing Company, which a lot of breweries in Baltimore belong to anyway, and they all order their stuff through them, and it's cheaper to order your malt, hops, yeast, whatever through them. But they also will can and bottle for you and brew it and work on improving your recipe. Well, he utilizes them to distribute through Maryland because he don't have to go through all that headache of bottling and everything else. He does his own canning here on the Eastern Shore and his kegs and all, but he has them do that. Heavy Seas lays off a lot of their stuff. A lot of these big breweries like Genesee, they make stuff for Brooklyn Brewery. Samuel Adams lays off stuff on them. Samuel Adams brews for other people, they lay it off on them. I have to say Innocent Gun, their barrel-aged Scottish ale, one of my favorite beers. That's what I'd say about them. They were the first one to do barrel-aged beers, so that's something that's really powerful statement in my opinion. But I drink every single beer to say what I like and don't like. I mean, sours. I like Evo sours a lot. I also like, well, I should say their one sour, Nouveau Rouge. Tall Tales, I like their sours, the key lime pie and the wild berry. Again, the problem is when they're making these beers, they make them they're once and done. They have an awesome New England IPA. I love it. By the way, if Evo, I know you're listening, your New England IPA sucks. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I don't know why you're going to put a clarifying agent, it's called a affinity agent, into the beer, in essence, to get rid of the cloudness of the New England IPA. It doesn't taste right. Third Wave, your New England IPA that you discontinued, it doesn't taste right. I would name another brewery. They haven't discontinued their beer, so I won't. I did that to Evo because I know they'll probably discontinue theirs. It doesn't taste right. It just doesn't. I mean, I love a lot of Evo's beers, but that beer, it doesn't look right. It doesn't taste right. They're trying to have the IPA clearer by using a clarifying agent in the beer, and the problem with it is the beer just does not taste correct to me, according to doing an IPA style. That's my opinion. My opinion. That doesn't mean that somebody else won't like it and shouldn't drink it. It's an opinion. I like to put this on a couple other people. I'm going to be honest and say what it is. Oh, this is another Third Wave's Sandstorm Belgium, like their Dawn Patrol Stout, which is awesome. It's seasonal. I don't like that it's seasonal. And this right here is Blue Earl Brewing, Honeysuckle Rose. They're Belgian. I actually like that better than Sandstorm. But Third Wave has a really good Belgian ale that I like. That's the barrel-aged beer, but it's only occasionally out. It comes in a big bottle. It's awesome, but it's only occasionally out. I don't like when breweries make a beer and it's a limited time thing and then it's done. Well, why did you waste my time with it? I'm going to do some education while we're doing this. First of all, for everybody out there that's a big craft, well, he didn't mention a lot of craft beer companies. Well, no crap. I drink a lot of things. Line & Kugel's Lemon Shanty, Line & Kugel's Grapefruit IPA, a lot of the Line & Kugel's Snow Vanilla Porter. One of my favorite porters, Yingling Porter. I love their porter. Here's the thing. Craft beer is exactly 13% of all beer sales. You're not going to buy AB InBev. Get that through your head right now. Of which AB InBev and Molson Coors control a lot of these breweries either by owning them outright or owning a controlling interest in them, like Devil's Backbone or Goose Island. I like a lot of Goose Island's beer. I mean, their Bourbon Country stouts. Also, I love their IPA, the 10s, as well as the regular IPA. Buy them in a can for like $1.20 for a 16-ounce can. Can't go wrong. Narragansett is another beer I like. I tend to buy it. They have a lemon shandy, which is good. Natty Boh came out with a craft beer. Pabst, if you're listening, which I know you are because I criticized your beer and got a call. Anyway, their thing is this. They came out with a nice crab shandy. First beer in 25 years. So first of all, National Bohemian Brewery is no longer owned by a Baltimore company. It's owned by a Pabst Brewing Company. It's brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ta-da! You know, newsflash. It's released here. Everybody wants to go get it. It's got a crab and crab seasoning on it. There's no crab seasoning in it. You should have researched Maryland more, like Flying Dog's Dead Rise. That's another beer I like. The Flying Dog Belgian Ale. I love their Belgian. Flying Dog's got some awesome beers. A lot of got their hat on. A lot of breweries have good beers. I can't even think to fit them all in here. So this is very hard for me. But I want to get my bitch rant out on that. You're 13% of the market, so you're not going to buy out the big breweries. Get that through your thing.
Not only that, if it wasn't for the big brewers, they wouldn't have an area and an avenue to pursue what they like anyway.
Well, exactly, because first of all, most of the distributorships distribute the big beers, which allows them to distribute the smaller beers. And these small companies wouldn't get in the door in a different state than they're in without somebody like Anheuser-Busch opening the door for them. And then they're criticizing Samuel Adams and Dogfish and Flying Dog because they're bigger and they're global and they're so bad. Then there's Green Flash, which Jerry, the beer review guy, did a review about. Green Flash, Gone to Flash. Opened a 20 million plus brewery. By the way, I want to thank everybody that's a taxpayer. Everybody applaud because we just went bankrupt along with their investors on their grants. Ta-da! Why did you open a $20 million brewery that you couldn't afford to open and close it 1 month later? Awesome market research there. Anyway, I wouldn't even support somebody that wastes $20 million or stupid. But I would like to lay this off on a few other people. Jerry Forte, the beer review guy. The Party Source, Bellevue, Kentucky. Robb Lee. Robb Lee's got a smaller channel. Drunken One is about as many subscribers as me. Brad Allison. No Hype Beer Reviews. Tim's Brews. And I'm going to go right here with Greg's beer reviews because Greg's got a lot of subscribers, like 20,000 plus or 40,000. I'd like to see his thing on this. Jerry, I'd like to see you do it with your brother. I think it'd be kind of cool. The Party Source, I think you guys need to get some more subscribers. I hope you guys are going to subscribe to them. Robb Lee, doing some good beer reviews. See me some more subscribers. Brad Allison does also like to see him and his wife do this challenge. The Drunken One, I'd like to see you do this challenge. Tim's Brews, to see you do it too. Maybe some of the beers that you brew. I want to thank also my CBP Craft Beer Pourers and this guy's thoughts and Ron's beers. But that's who I'm going to tag. Then I want to do a little bit of snacks. We've got locally, how about a craft snack? The Blue Crab Bay Barnacles.
Why don't you tell them what's in it?
Wait a minute. Gotta kill a hand first. Give me out my glasses. Right. Spicy mix with Chesapeake Bay seasoning. That's like pretzels.
Cheese crackers.
Which you ate all. Pretzel little pieces.
I didn't eat the cheese crackers.
Yes,
that was
you.
you. I like the sesame.
It wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
And seasoned nuts. Peanuts. What are the green nuts?
Wasabi maybe or something like that.
Wasabi. And then there's the
or
peanut brittle.
Placant or something like that.
Crab House Crunch. Blue Crab Bay. They're in Virginia. By Cape Charles Brewing, which is opening up soon.
The peanut brittle with the Old Bay. Very good.
I can't talk.
We like Old Bay in this area.
Old Bay is like kind of like a Louisiana seasoning.
Crab seasoning, yeah.
They call it crab seasoning. It has like cayenne pepper, like a lot of red pepper, paprika, black pepper, white pepper, green pepper, a little bit of garlic, celery seed salt, celery, bay leaves, natural spice.
Just reminds you of summer. So what are your top 5?
Well, it's hard for me to do that because I really can't do 5 beers.
Ah.
I would say the ones that I drink, they're mainly going to be lagers. Be realistic. I mean,
But you really like Young's.
I drink a lot of Young's double chocolate stout. I love it. I drink stouts all year long. I like the Snowdrift Vanilla Porter. I would drink that all year long if I could get it, but you can't. Shock Top, their lemon shandy and their Belgian. I love that.
Oh, you miss your pretzel one though.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Jay, which by the way, Jay, using beer reviews, you see this. Why don't you do a food pairing? That's your challenge. And Jerry, you do your beer review. Why don't you guys do a food pairing with it? So again, I tag Jerry, the beer review guy, the Party Source, Bellevue, Kentucky, Robb Lee, Brad Allison, the Drunken One, No Hype beer reviews, Tim's beer reviews, or Tim's Brews, excuse me, and Greg's beer reviews. But for me, it's kind of hard to do it. I would say I love Young's Double Chocolate Stout. I love the Snow Pants. I love what's the one stout that they have? The chocolate one was new. It's kind of like a Hershey syrup almost.
Oh, Tall Tales. They
Conspiracy
had
beer?
a strawberry one.
Yeah, chocolate strawberry limited.
Lip smack.
They're both gone now. I would drink that. He's got a Saskatchewan stout. I like that. I would say in this area, Revelation Craft Brewing and Tall Tales are my 2 favorite, and then Bethany Beach Brewing Company. I like a lot of their beers. No, Rehoboth. Was it Rehoboth Beach? Dewey Beach. I'm sorry, Dewey Beach. They are really good. New and IP. So they've got some good beers. They're smaller. Let me see if they. That's kind of my favorite ones. Heavy Seas is another one we used to go there a lot. Union Craft Brewing, I like them a lot. But I'm happy drinking a Miller High Life. I'm happy drinking a Pabst. And when I see somebody say, if somebody handed me a Miller, that's just rude. Suppose I drop you tomorrow in the Middle East and you're starving in the desert and somebody hands you a locust eat. Would you slap them in the face or tell them they're wrong? Because they just let you starve, and if you don't know where the freak you're going and don't have a compass, you might need them to get out of there. So being rude to someone because you think you're more elite. When I see people do this stuff and call themselves a beer snob, it just makes you want to choke them. I hate when I get into this type of mode, but you kind of put me there. I want to choke them. So I don't like beer snobs. If you want to drink craft beer, man, that's more power to you. Drink it. If you want to spend $5 a beer when you go out on beer, I'm not stopping you. That's your decision. When I go out, I'd rather get a mixed drink for $5. What was the one place we go that has the mixed drinks? I want to say Ruby too. Applebee's. They have the margaritas, and then they had what was the other thing they had? Like the vodka drink, the lemon one. Now they have the beers.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing is, if I go out and I'm at a craft brewery and I'm at the tap house, I'll get a couple beers there, but I'm not going to drink like 5 or 6 beers. I'll drink 3 or 4 and I'm done. I'd rather get 2 or 3 mixed drinks out in the restaurant and it be a good deal. I know it's going long, I'm sorry, but it's kind of, you're saying for me to do 5 when I did this, so I put it off, and I have to wait for the weather too, guys. So it's hard for me, as I want to do the beer reviews outside in the backwoods.
Yeah, so the wife gets eaten by mosquitoes.
Well, so do I. But I can't. To me, every beer has a place. If right now, Genesis is a good beer. If I want to sit down and relax and really enjoy the beer and think about it, I'd probably drink the Honeysuckle Rose. It's more complex. There's more alcohol, ABV to it.
You got different beer for different things. So.
Yeah, well, I love it. When I drink the double chocolate stout, I tend to sit back and relax.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sitting there thinking about tasting. It's more of a sipping thing. You can see this is tasting. That's my 5 things. I know I didn't do it correctly because actually you could expand upon it and do it 5 seasonal beers. I mean, I like the pumpkin beers, like Dogfish's pumpkin beer. Yes, my wife's like, I'm going to kill you. But anyway, thank you guys very much for the click, like, subscribe to Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews. Going on way too long. It's hard for me to narrow down and say I drink for different reasons, but I tend to drink, sorry guys, drink more beers like this. And you see me come and load the table up with all this craft beer. I drink craft beer, but I drink it
for what he likes.
For what I like. And, when I have a neighbor that they come down and go hunting, and I'll sit by their fire pit and I'll have a couple craft beers, and then I'll move to this, or a Pabst or a Miller. I'll start off with something I really want to enjoy, then I'll move to something like this. This to me right now, when it's hot, it's refreshing, quenches your thirst.
It's sessionable.
Sessionable, and I'm sweating just sitting here. But anyway, happy Memorial Day, everybody out there. Thank all the veterans that have served this country, keeping America free and safe. Also, the rest of the world safe and free. I also wanted to take the time to thank everybody's family, veterans who didn't make it back. Want to thank you on behalf of everybody in the United States for your sacrifice. Also, everybody that's currently saving, God bless you. Take care and get home in one piece safe. Have a nice day, guys.